Yo, 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 what is up, Carmination? Welcome here to NASCAR Live every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, unless, of course, there's not a Sunday race or there's a crazy, 6, 7 p.m. Start time where the qualifying is later and Dave needs more time to absorb the knowledge and spit out the facts. That being said, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel yet, subscribe to it. Click the subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost you a single dime, but it does give you notifications every time we go live. Just make sure you click the little bell icon as well. That being said, we are going to be discussing the race today, which, correct me if I'm wrong, it has a very long title. Isn't it like something presents something something? Is that the official title, or is it just a
Yeah,
supermarket?
no. The official title is Food City presents the Supermarket Heroes 500.
All of that, but we're not going to put all of that
Yeah,
into the title of the stream, so I just shortened it down to Supermarket Heroes 500.
that
So there
works.
is I don't think they had this one last week, but they might have. But they have the massive GPP, a $1 million guaranteed GPP. Have they had that the past couple Sunday races?
Yeah, that was a couple. That was like, come on, they came back. It's lower this week. I think for Talladega they're bringing it back, and it's probably going to be a milli maker on that one.
Hey, Millie Maker Tally, let's go.
Yeah, well,
So if you have any questions regarding any aspect of NASCAR DFS, NASCAR props, NASCAR betting, any of that stuff, just go ahead and start dropping it in the chat right now. We're going to get to it, all the questions one at a time here. But that being said, start things off with this race of telling people about the race in general, how we target it, what the strategies are, what kind of race it is, and if there's any weather concerns like there was for the last one.
no weather concerns. That's kind of nice for today and for tomorrow's race. It is beautiful in Bristol, Tennessee. Don't have to worry about that at all. Thank God. I'm so tired of dealing with this weather and weather delays. It's 500 laps, Bristol, short track racing. Gotta love it. Gonna look for dominators here. It's gonna be super important to make sure you got between 2 to 4, probably more like 2 to 3 dominators in your GPP lineups. Cash lineups, I think you're probably looking at 2 dominators and then playing the place differential. Let's see what else. If Let me put it out there so you guys don't start tilting when one of your drivers in your lineup, if they're involved in an accident or something, a little damage on the car at Bristol ain't gonna do anything. It's we see a lot of cars finish in the top 10 that have tape on it and missing parts and crap like that. So don't stress about that. Trying to think of what else. There's a competition. There's 2 competition cautions. One's at lap 20, one's at lap 60. I think it's a little goofy to have 2 of them, but I understand the reasoning. Yeah, that's basically the overview of the race.
All right, so what I have pulled up right now is this website, of course, dfskarma.com. So if you didn't know that, we also have a website. If you just were paying attention to our social media and our YouTube, there's a website. This is the actual company, dfskarma.com. This is where you're going to find all of the NASCAR insight that's on the site, not including the stuff that we drop in our Discord. So first things first, this is what the homepage looks like right now on desktop. dfskarma.com, this is the live homepage. The very first article you see is the final thoughts, which is the cheat sheet where he ranks all of the drivers based on, upside, cash play, GPP play, fade, any of that stuff. It's free to view. All you can do is literally click on this image here and it'll populate with the final thoughts cheat sheet. So make sure you check that out. Scrolling down, there's another article that he types here. This is not a cheat sheet. This is just a written format article. It's always called Dave's Drivers to Watch. So every Sunday race or every main race, even the Cup Series, I believe he's doing both these from as well. Just go ahead and just click on this, click on
Yeah,
this.
I just
These are both.
I just do a final thoughts for Xfinity. So,
Yeah, that's what I meant. But there's always going to be a piece of content there for that. So final thoughts, Dave's Drivers to Watch. Make sure you click on both of these. And, of course, you see we also have KBO content, soccer content, and pretty much MMA. Anything that's going on, we're going to have content for it. Now, if you want the exact plays, the core plays that Dave is playing, you want the exact prop plays that he's putting out on monkeyknifefight.online or prizepicks.online, you can do one of 2 things here. You can either click NASCAR Core Plays and Props over to the right column, or just literally click on subscriptions here in the top left. A nice little orange box there to make it easier to find. And then, just click on NASCAR Core Plays and Props. It's literally only $10. That is it, and that covers all of the races in the week, not just the main Monster Energy Series, Xfinity, Truck, all that jazz. $10 gets you every single piece of premium content, gets you in our Discord channel, in the NASCAR Premium channel, where Dave drops prop plays for Monkey Knife Fight and Prize Picks on a not going to say daily basis, but like 1,000 times a day, I feel like at this point. That being said, let's move on to What? Something else you want to chime in?
Yeah, just chime in. If you get in today, it gets you. Let's see. Yeah, gets you today's Cup race, tomorrow's Xfinity race, and then the Xfinity and the Truck Series race this weekend because it's a week-long thing. So if you sign up before the Cup race, obviously you have to pay for the Cup race next week, but
Literally everything
you'll
that
get
Dave
four
is
races.
saying. Yeah,
You'll get
everything that
four
he just
races.
said in that 1 week is $10. That is it. That is literally it. That covers all of those races. And if you don't profit at least your money back, then Dave's fired. So yeah. Dave's like,
Okay, see ya.
bye. No, but that's the thing. It's like if you're playing like just if you just sign up just for Monkey Knife Fight plays, I mean you're gonna get enough pieces of content, enough 2-3 winners, 3-4 winners. Well, you'll at least at minimum make that $10 back, depending on how much you're wagering for each of those plays. Same thing in Prize Picks, or even looking at DraftKings and FanDuel. But that being said, we're gonna move on now to Dave's favorite cash play for the top tier range. Let me just go through the questions real quick here. We have a lot of comments. Let's see. Courtney says, looking for the nuts. Sarugi, what's up, man? Is the strategy to pick guys more upfront because it's hard to pass and also with accidents?
No. I mean, you're gonna need a couple guys up front, but you gotta add cash, and even in GPPs, you're gonna need some of these place differential guys because you need some salary relief in this because these guys start near the front are kind of expensive for the most part, or you're gonna have to have at least a couple 2 to 3 place differential guys in that. Like I said, I see three dominators is probably gonna win the tournaments today.
Bowdy says, what do you think of the chances of Jimmy Johnson being able to get some dominator points starting 24th?
I'm not huge on Jimmy today. He's pretty expensive. I like Boyer better than Jimmy in that spot. Boyer's a little cheaper, but they both need down points, and I don't know. I just don't see it from Jimmy today.
Your boy Keaton says, do I put the mortgage down on my boy Eric Jones today?
He loves Eric Jones like Frosty loves Daniel Suarez. No. You know what? Don't put the mortgage down, but I wouldn't mind a small little bet on Eric Jones to win today. But do not put your mortgage on. Do you even own a house?
Calling him out on stream. Let's see.
That's how I roll.
Did the Prize Picks props get talked about yet, Alfie? No. So how it works, if you're tuning in for the first time, we always do the NASCAR Live and the same thing. So you know that if you're watching the replay on our YouTube channel, that you know which part of the stream things happen. And so first things first, we talk about the DFS side using DraftKings salary. Talk about his favorite cash and GPP plays for the high tier, mid tier, low tier. After that, we transition over to Monkey Knife Fight. Then we go to Prize Picks, and then we talk about his overall favorite bets to win. So that's kind of the segment there. We're still in the DFS side of things, but now that we're there, favorite top tier cash play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think today's gonna come down to 2 guys, and for a top tier dominator, I think you're gonna have to choose between Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick. If you're a believer in like the recency bias and what's going on this year, probably leaning more Kevin Harvick today. I think I'm gonna stick with Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch at Bristol. I feel like I'm overthinking it if I go Harvick. I don't mind Harvick in cash. Let's put it that way. But Kyle Busch, he dominates here at Bristol. He's so good. If you go back and you look at Kyle Busch over the past like 2 years here, he's won. Let me pull it up. My computer's moving a little slow.
We gotta get Dave a new computer.
Man, no, I have a new computer. That's just my Wi-Fi probably. Yeah, like in the last 5 races here, Kyle's has 3 wins and a 4th place finish. He's led laps in 4 of the 5 races. He's just so good here. He hasn't, and it's been talked about on Twitter. It's been talked about from where other places I kind of like, scope out to read and try to catch up on, try to figure out my ownership percentages and stuff like that. Kyle has struggled this year. For Kyle Busch, he hasn't led many laps, if any at all. I think the only time he's led laps is maybe the Daytona 500. But Kyle Busch and Bristol are like bread and butter. They kind of go together. So I'm kind of Kyle Busch on the Kyle Busch train today, and probably either make me or break me. We'll see. We'll see once lock happens and we see what ownerships we get. Because last Wednesday, man, those ownerships are crazy. So I think I have a handle on ownerships, and then all of a sudden you get something like Wednesday, and it's like, oh man, what the heck happened there? So,
All right, let's
Kyle Busch for me.
carry that over to the GPP side of the top
Yep.
tier.
GPP side, I like Joey Logano today. Joey did great last year in
I
the.
feel like Joey Logano is not a name you say often on this
I
stream.
don't say, I don't know. I have no personal bias against Joey Logano. It just, there's certain things there's always better plays. Whether it be place differential, whether it be dominator, track history, recent, how they've done so far this season, stuff like that. And that's probably why you don't hear Joey on my when I talk about him. But he did really good here last year, and I think Joey's got a potential. If you look at the first two rows here, you got Brad Keselowski in a Ford. You got Eric Almirola starting second. He's in a Ford as well. Then the second row is Brad Keselowski's team. It's Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney. So these guys are going to be smart. They're not going to wreck each other coming off the start of the race. I think between Joey and Ryan Blaney, who I'll talk about in a little bit, I think one of those guys is definitely going to lead laps today. And so I like Joey, as a GPP play. He led 146 laps here last year.
All right, let's see. Looking for more questions.
Mm-hmm.
Sarugi, we'll go to the favorite cheapo GPP here in a little bit. Kyle Busch dominates here, I know, but is the 12.5K worth it in cash?
Yeah, I think so. There's so much value. That I was talking Discord. That's 7K to 8K range and a little bit below 7K. There's so many plays. I love it for GPPs today. Because you can mess around and get 3 dominators easily within that range. So I think with the place differential that's there, I think Kyle Busch or Kevin Harvick are great, and they're only $300 apart. So yeah, I think they're both fine plays in cash.
All right, James says, can you do stars and scrubs for GPP or a more balanced line? I know Ben asked, but I don't know if there was an answer.
Yeah, I said in there, probably don't need to go anywhere below, I think it's like 5,400, 5,500 on DraftKings. You're definitely not playing that in FanDuel, because FanDuel is more about starting position. Although on FanDuel, you do need like 2 dominators today, I think, on FanDuel. There's 500 laps, and so you got 500 laps led possible over there. There's dominator points on FanDuel. You need to think about dominators today as opposed to just place our finishing position.
OS asked, how much salary are we leaving on the table for GPPs?
I probably won't leave anything more than 1,500 or something like that.
Anthony chimes in. Is there no love for Bowman? Didn't see him in the final thoughts. He's been on fire recently.
Yeah, he sucks at Bristol.
Tracks matter.
I guess I shouldn't say that. For where he's starting and for what he's done at Bristol, I think I might have even faded him in GPPs for myself. That's why I didn't put him on final thoughts. He's just not he's not a good play at Bristol. Yeah, he's been hot, and personally, I probably will end up raising his ownership today, which is fine by me. I have no problem with that. But and if you want to put him in a GPP because you're in love with him, like Frosty Suarez and Keaton is Eric Jones, I don't hold against you. I'm just not doing it.
All right, let's move things on to the mid-tier range. Your favorite cash play?
Yeah, favorite cash play in the mid-tier range. It's going to be there's 2 place differential guys. Look at my final thoughts. It'll explain which ones they are. I can give you that, but I think I'm going to talk about Brad Keselowski here. He starts on the pole, like I mentioned before. He's got his teammates and his Ford companions around him. I see Brad pulling out, leading the first 20 laps. There's no reason, if he's leading, there's no reason for him to pit at this competition caution on lap 20. If he does, it hurts his upside. But I think Brad at 9,100 on DraftKings is going to be pretty chalky. I think he's going to be a dominator play in cash that you're going to see a lot. So I have no problem playing Brad. He's led laps here in 3 of the last 4 races. So Brad's a safe, I think, dominator in cash for you.
All right, go to the GPP side of that as well for the mid tier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a couple guys I like. Like I said, I like Ryan Blaney. He starts 4th. He's led over 100 or more laps in 3 of the last 4 races here. He's been really good this season. In Charlotte, he finished third and fourth this past week. So there's a lot of upside to Ryan Blaney. I was thinking about cash, but I'm a floor guy in cash. I love safe floor, and I'll take that and I'll play that every day, and I'll die on that hill. So I couldn't get Ryan Blaney. If Ryan, I'll tell you what, Ryan Blaney was like Eric Jones cheap. I'd tell you I'd probably play him, in cash. But Ryan Blaney is probably my favorite GPP play today.
Jen chimed in with, I know he's below 5,500, but is it Yelly or Yeely make up enough place differential?
I don't know. I mean, there's going to be accidents. Guys are going to be, out, and he'll move up starting 40th. Yeah, he's got a safe floor, I guess, but I'm not playing him in cash. I guess you could play him in a GPP if you want. There's just so much value on this slate that I don't think you need any of these guys today. You can play Yaley. I wouldn't, there's no downside to it other than, he gets involved in a wreck and finishes 38th, but I don't see him finishing any better than, top 35.
Gotcha. All right. Now for the cheapo side, favorite cheapo cash play. And I know you've already been talking about how you're not really paying too low down just because of the value in the mid side.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we doing with cash cheapos?
When it comes to cheapo with me, it's below 7K, so there's still a lot there. So for me, my cash play is probably going to be Ryan Preece. He's I contemplated whether it was going to be Ty Dillon or Ryan Preece. Last year, Ty Dillon for me. I was driving home from Texas and this race, and Ty Dillon finished 15th last year. And
well, you drove down from Michigan to Texas
from Michigan
for a race?
to Texas. Well, we went. No, it was for a wedding. We went to Nashville and then drove to
this
Texas.
Guy's committed.
10. Yeah. Well, it was our family. It was 4 people, so that's a lot of money for plane tickets. So, but anyways, back to racing.
Hold on, we need to pause that real quick. I think that would you guys want to see an on the road show of Travis and Dave in like a not a Winnebago, but like those high end like RVs, just going across the entire country to every single race and just like doing a NASCAR live at every race. I feel like
are you going with me?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be best buds.
No, I'm not up for that.
It's gonna be like Step Brothers. It's gonna be Step Brothers. It's gonna be awesome. People want to see that. Give the people what they want. But yeah, go ahead and finish your thought on that.
Okay, so anyway, Ty Dillon. I thought about Ty Dillon, but I'm gonna go Ryan Preece. I think he's a safer floor. It's only 4 positions. He starts 33rd. Ty starts 29th. So I wouldn't blame you either way, whether you go Ryan or Ty. Ryan finished 18th here in the fall, 25th in the spring race. So he's got place differential upside. He's 6K on DK. So I like Ryan Preece's floor starting 33rd. He's just a safe cash play.
All right. Before we go to the GPP cheapos, Gaming with Jake says, is it worth to play 33% Logano out of all lineups in cash games?
No. Not in cash games.
Simple answer, easy enough. Okay, favorite cheap GPP play?
Cheap GPP play. Let me look at that. Cole Custer is who I'm looking at, just because he's so cheap. I feel like DK. I think they screwed up pricing this week on a few guys, and I'm a little concerned if everyone else has picked up on it too. But Cole Custer's one that they really messed up. He's 5,600. He's got Stewart horsepower. Starts 22nd. He's going to allow you to get these 3 dominators in easily in your GPP lineups. He's probably got top 15 upside here. I believe, in his Xfinity days, he did really well here. So I definitely love Cole today for his upside in tournaments. I wouldn't play him in cash, but definitely Cole Custer in tournaments.
All right. OS says, for DK GPP, do you like Hamlin or Elliott?
I'm probably going to go with Hamlin on this one. It's kind of me taking a stand on Elliott today, more or less because of ownership. I think Chase is going to be popular today, just because there's a lot of new people in NASCAR DFS with so little going on. There's so many new people, so they're gonna look back and they're gonna be like, "Hey, Chase almost won on Sunday, and Chase won on Thursday." So let me play Chase here, and Chase and Denny I think are basically the same driver, except I think Denny's probably got a little more upside. Here he won here in August, beat Matt DiBenedetto. That was a heartbreaking loss for MDB, but I definitely go Hamlin probably over Chase.
All right, so that concludes the high, middle, low tier portion of the stream. Now we're going to hop things over to Monkey Knife Fight. So if you've never heard of Monkey Knife Fight before, go to monkeyknifefight.online. When you sign up, use promo code KARMA, gets you a free, I think it's $50 right now. It's 100% deposit bonus match. But right now, actually on screen, I'm going to pull this up as Dave tells me what we're looking at, so you guys can know exactly what Dave's playing and exactly what it looks like. So let me just pop this baby up. Boom, right there. So we see NASCAR. This is monkeyknifefight.online. You've already logged in. You've already used the promo code KARMA. Click on that little NASCAR thing. You'll explain how to play here, but we'll tell you. All right, tell me what I'm going for here. What is the play for monkeyknifefight.online?
Go to the rapid fire 3 of 4.
Rapid fire 3 of 4. I'm seeing on top Busch, Elliott, Truex, and Harvick. Is that the right one?
You're not in the rapid fire.
Yeah.
No, you're not. Let me refresh and make sure mine's right.
That's the only 3-4 rapid fire.
3-4 rapid fire. My 3-4 rapid fire shows Kyle Busch versus Joey Logano.
No, I'm saying yeah. I read the drivers on the top on the desktop version. All the drivers listed on the top.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
All right, so I think we're
on the phone. Okay.
All right.
So there you go.
Yes.
All
we're in the right spot.
We're in the right spot. All right. So the rapid fire 3 of 4. There you go. I'm gonna take Kyle Busch over Joey Logano. I think that one's close. So I'm just telling you that one right now. That's why you're doing 3 of 4. I like Brad Keselowski over Chase Elliott. I like Denny Hamlin over Martin Truex. And I like Kevin Harvick over Alex Bowman.
All right, so if you're plugging in the 3-4 is what it looks like right now. Kyle Busch, Keselowski, Hamlin, and Harvick. And then
if you... I played it too, so wins. If it loses, I lost with you.
Yeah. So this is a 2x. So what 3 of 4 means is only 3 of these have to hit. If one of them loses, so let's say Chase Elliott gets more points than Brad Keselowski with his plus 1.5, then and as long as that's the only one that doesn't hit, then you still win. And this is a 2x. So if you're putting $50 on this contest, then you're winning $100 because simple math, 50 times 2 is 100. But yeah, that's pretty much as simple as it is. That's how NASCAR Monkey Knife Fight works for the rapid fires here, which you just have to choose a person to go against somebody else, and it's fantasy points. But make sure no matter what sport you're playing on the site, you're paying attention to the fantasy scoring because they can be different than DraftKings and FanDuel. But that being said, let's go ahead. What was that?
And Prize Picks. You got to be careful. Yeah. There's sports that are totally different, and you can play it totally differently.
All right. Hopping over to prizepicks.online. Same thing. If you haven't signed up yet, go to prizepicks.online. Use promo code KARMA. This one gets you up to $1,000 for free. It's a 25% deposit bonus match. But let me go ahead and pull this up on screen now. All right. So we have PrizePicks up on screen. How many are we playing for this play? Is this a 2-3 or 3-4?
It's a 3-play. So flex it like always with NASCAR. You like to flex.
All right.
Too much that can happen.
So you see all the numbers here. This is the projected score of their fantasy scoring based on PrizePicks' particular fantasy scoring. So we have to choose if they're going over or under this particular number when all is said and done. So who are our players we're going with for this play?
Mm-hmm. We'll go with Martin Truex Jr. under 32. I am Blaney over 31.5. And Tyler Reddick over 25.5. I will lock that in too.
All right, so this is what it would look like right here. So I just clicked all the people. So once again, what were the over and unders? I know the players, but who was over, who was under?
Truex is under. Blaney and Reddick are over.
Okay, so this is what it would look like right here. Truex under 32. If you're doing it on desktop anyway, this is what it looks like. Blaney over 31.5. Reddick over 25.5. Now, we're saying play the flex play, which means you're clicking this option here to the left. So that means one of these can be wrong and you can still win. But if all of them are right, you will actually win a little bit more money. So if 2 of the 3 get right, then whatever money amount you put here, you're going to get 1.25x. So let's just say, for argument's sake, we're putting $100 here. If at least 2 win, then you're getting the 1.25x on the 100. But if all 3 of them hit, you'll still turn 100 into 225. So it gives you that little, it's like a cash play because it gives you a little bit less risk there with allowing one of them to lose. But yeah, that is our prize picks play for this one here. So let's go ahead and check some more questions before we get to the betting side of things. Let's see. Chad says, I know we like Newman for prize picks over. Is he a good cash game play for DraftKings? Usually pretty good here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind him on DraftKings as a cash play.
OS wants to know your thoughts on Kurt Busch.
Kurt does really good here. I know I don't have him on final thoughts, but it's more or less because I couldn't list everyone in that range. That range is so good. I like Kurt Busch in GPPs. I have him in some GPPs. Starts 12th, so he's got to get some Dominator points to pay off his price. But I definitely don't mind him as like a GPP flyer.
Gotcha. Jen, what about Nemechek for a GPP sleeper?
Nemechek it's wild. Nemechek's actually been doing really well this year. And it starts 18th. I don't mind him. I wouldn't, like, if you're playing like 3 lineups, I wouldn't play him. But if you're playing like 20 lineups, I'd put him in 1 or 2.
All right. Joe wants to know your thoughts on Christopher Bell.
If you look at the final thoughts, he's one of my cash plays because of the place differential that he offers starting 35th.
Yeah, so that's kind of one thing that we always drive home with all of our. Well, first off, if you want to get in Discord, it's free. You can get in the free NASCAR channel and chit chat back and forth with Dave and all the other people in there. And if you're not in the Discord channel when it is free, then which is right now, then shoot us a DM on Twitter or Instagram, or shoot us an email to support@dfskarma.com. Whatever it is, we'll get you in there. But yeah, so there's a lot of questions in here. And a lot of questions we see in Discord that are easily answered by just checking the final thoughts. So first, start on the free cheat sheet that Dave gives you. Just go to dfskarma.com like we showed you in the very beginning. Click on final thoughts. Look it over that. As he just mentioned, Christopher Bell's highlighted there. The next question is from Jake saying, your top 3 or 4 cash game plays / picks. Go to final thoughts. Look for what's tagged as a cash game play. That answers a lot of your questions. So start with the free content, and then if you have questions after that, then Dave will chime in. But let's go to the final segment here. Typically at the end, we like to go with Dave's favorite driver to win outside of the top 5 favorite, just to give you a little more juice on the squeeze. And then we also like to get his least favorite driver that he thinks has an outside chance of winning here at Bristol. So first one, outside the top 5, who do you think's going to be winning this race?
Yeah, it's just so you know, you didn't say it, but I picked like 3 of the 4 winners since we've been back. Just saying.
I waited for you to chime in there. So yeah, since we have brought back NASCAR Live,
I'm not one of those guys I don't like.
This guy is picking winners.
But it's just, that's one of those. It's like,
tuning his own horn. Oh, by the way, you've already won like hundreds of dollars with what I've already said. But let's go ahead and pick another one.
So this is kind of how I've been doing it. I know you have these silly rules that I can't pick the top 5.
Silly rules. Well, it depends though, which we did last week. If somebody in the top 5 has good odds, then you still can't go with them. But typically, that's not.
Kyle Busch is 4.5 to 1, so I don't mind that because I think if Kyle's going to win a race, it's going to be today. So I like Kyle Busch, 4.5 to 1. I like Ryan Blaney, 12 to 1. He's the one that's outside of the top 5. Ryan Blaney, 12 to 1. And then one
the least favorite that needs everything to happen right, which at Bristol, it's possible because of the chaos that is Bristol.
Right. And I feel like his odds have gotten better or worse. I don't know how they've come down since I dropped it in Bet Karma Discord a couple days ago as early bets. I like Matt DiBenedetto at 25 to 1.
Where's he starting?
He starts 9th.
Okay.
But Matt in the 95 car last year was leading the night race at Bristol in August, and Hamlin regrettably passed him near the end of the race to win. and Hamlin never felt worse about winning a race. And Matt, I mean, even in crappy cars before the 985, he was in the 32, and then in Red Bull Racing, he just does really good here. So he's in the 21 car, which is the Wood Brothers car, which is, under the same umbrella as the Penske cars. So I think Matt's got the best car he's ever had here at Bristol, so he's got a chance to win.
Gotcha. So of course you're watching us on YouTube because it's only streaming to YouTube right now. So make sure that before you peace out, you click the thumbs up on this. If we get to a NASCAR Live, it's going to be every Sunday that we have a Sunday race. We're bringing back, the PGA podcast. Now the PGA is just around the corner. MLB, the same thing. NBA, all of the live streams and the recorded content, the podcasts, they're all going to start trickling in. But for the live streams, what we're going to be doing, this is the first time anybody's hearing about it, is if the live streams get 100 thumbs ups, 100 likes on the YouTube live streams, we're going to give away a free week of NASCAR Core Plays. So right now, click the like. If we get that to 100, one of the people who have asked a question in the chat is going to get a free week of NASCAR Core Plays. So make sure you click that thumbs up. Every time you tune in, click thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel because, of course, you see the valid, high-level amount of intellect and content that Dave is dropping knowledge bombs on you right now. It's worth subscribing. It costs $0, so it's way more than. If there was like $20 a month, it's worth subscribing to YouTube, but it's free. So click it. We'll see you guys next week. Is there any other last words from Dave Goat for this NASCAR race here?
I'm just ready to go racing.
You're gonna go racing today?
I wish. No, I'm home alone. My wife and kids went to Grand Rapids for the weekend, so it's been me and the dog all week. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing this live stream from my family room. I'm sitting in my chair, watching TV, and
like 6 cans of beer open now. I'm just kicking back.
Right.
All right. So good luck, everyone. If you do win with the content, whether it's you win with that Prize Picks play that he dropped, you win with the Monkey Knife I play, you win with creating a lineup based on his final thoughts, his written article, or any of the knowledge bombs he's dropped on this, please throw those winning screenshots, throw those screenshots of green up on Twitter, tag the home account at DFS_karma. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you guys for the next race, the next Sunday race. As always, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. But until then, we'll see you guys next time. Good luck, guys.